A group of lawmakers and law enforcement officers is asking the state to stop taking money from the fight against sexual predators of children. CBS 6's Rob Cardwell is just back from the state capitol where that message was being delivered today. Rob?
Well, Cheryl, it's unfortunate, but the state law that fines those convicted of sexual crimes against children is raising hundreds of thousands of dollars more than predicted. At the General Assembly building today, this group of Virginia law enforcement officers and legislative leaders joined the pro-child anti-crime group Protect to try and get that excess money, as much as $650,000 a year, reinvested into catching more sexual predators. Alicia's Law from 2010 created a dedicated state fund that supports law enforcement task forces who are dedicated to fighting child exploitation, including child porn and the online enticement of kids. Lawmakers projected $1.8 million in state funds, but revenues generated from special court fees are bringing in a lot more. Instead of that money paying for more resources for law enforcement to catch predators, it's going into the general fund to pay for things like roads and education, and this group says that's putting too many kids at risk.
More manpower is needed. We're obviously always looking for technical advantages where we can move ahead using technology. We're in place of manpower, but there is no substitute for putting a human brain and human eyes on the material that we've got to process.
Most of them will have a lifetime of offending, and if you can take one of these guys off the street for 20 years, you've saved hundreds of children from being sexually assaulted.
Now, the group Protect says there's a growing caseload of sexual predators, and that's creating a backlog for investigators. They cited a case down in Florida where the killer of a little girl was already suspected of internet porn, but his computer sat on an evidence shelf for weeks before investigators were able to look at it. If they had money for another investigator who could have found those dirty pictures, that suspect would have been behind bars instead of stalking that little girl. The group says that in Virginia, the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force has rescued 8 children from sexually abusive homes in just the past 2 weeks. But more money is needed to rescue more. This proposal will get that money through the budget committees and then on to the governor. We'll keep you updated.